word about the meaning of life? Hello, welcome to Learning Tube. I'm your host, Muhammad Ehsan. Philosophy is your mind blowing journey to explore life's biggest questions. It is like questioning reality, but in a firm way that could involve zombies. Get ready to dig into what makes a good life, how we know things are true, and even the nature of existence itself. Philosophy isn't about memorizing answers, but about developing the critical thinking skills to ask the best questions. So, if you are curious about the world and your place in it, philosophy is an epic adventure waiting to happen. It is said that philosophy first originated with the curiosity of Prophet Abraham, who in his childhood questioned the idols and the worshipping of the king of his time. The ancient books tell of a spark of rebellion in the eyes of young Abraham, who was the prophet of Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. Unlike his people bowing to idols of stone, he dared to question, was there not a greater power, unseen but all encompassing, that ruled the universe? This curiosity, some say, ignited the flame of philosophy. The history of philosophy starts when reading and writing starts. And that starts when the history of cities and towns begin. And cities came into existence when agricultural revolution came, which is also known as Neolithic Revolution 12,000 years ago. So here comes the introduction to the origin of philosophy. Philosophy, the pursuit of wisdom and understanding, has its roots in the ancient Greek civilization, emerging from the realm of mythology and religious beliefs. Early philosophers sought to unravel the mysteries of the universe, the nature of human existence, and the foundations of knowledge. So, how philosophy originated in ancient Greece? The foundations of Western philosophy were laid in the ancient city states of Greece, where thinkers began to move beyond traditional mythological explanations and seek rational, evidence based understandings of the world. The pre Socratic philosophers such as Thales and Heraclitus explored the nature of reality, the origins of universe, and the underlying principles governing the natural world. The philosophical perspectives of Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle. The philosophical triumvirate of Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle laid the groundwork for Western thought. Socrates pioneered the Socratic method of questioning, emphasizing the pursuit of self knowledge. Plato developed an idealist philosophy, exploring the realm of abstract forms and the nature of justice. Aristotle, Plato's student, emphasized empiricism and the study of natural world. The influence of Eastern philosophies on Western thought. As Western philosophy evolved, it began to incorporate insights from the rich intellectual traditions of the East. Thinkers explored the metaphysical frameworks of Hinduism and Buddhism, which emphasized interconnectedness, transcendence, and the impermanence of the self. The rationalism versus empiricism debate in European philosophy. Rationalism, championed by the philosophers like René Descartes and Gottfried Leibniz. Rationalism held that true knowledge could be derived through reason and logical deduction, rather than sensory experience. Empiricism, in contrast, John Locke, George Berkeley, and David Hume argued that all knowledge stems from sensory perception and empirical observation, rejecting the notion of innate ideas. This philosophical divide led to vigorous debates over the nature of truth, the role of the mind, and the foundation of knowledge, shaping the course of Western thought. Later on, thinkers such as Immanuel Kant sought to reconcile the two perspectives, recognizing the complementary roles of reason and experience in the acquisition of knowledge. The existentialist movement and its philosophical insights. Number one is individualism and authenticity. Existentialist thinkers such as Jean-Paul Sartre and Simon de Beauvoir emphasized the importance of individual agency, freedom, and the pursuit of an authentic existence in the face of life's absurdity. Number two is existence precedes essence. Existentialists argue that humans are not born with a predetermined essence or purpose, but must create their own meaning through their choices and actions. Number three is angst and the human condition. Existentialist philosophy grappled with anxiety, despair, and sense of being thrown into a world without inherent meaning, challenging traditional notions of morality and the self. Number four is subjectivity and lived experience. Existentialists emphasize the importance of subjective, lived experience over abstract, objective truths, highlighting the unique perspective and personal responsibility of each individual. Postmodern critique of traditional philosophical approaches. Skepticism of objectivity. Postmodern thinkers such as Michael Foucault and Jacques Derrida challenge the idea of objective, universal truths, arguing that knowledge is shaped by social, cultural, and historical context. Deconstruction of meta narratives. Postmodernists rejected the grand, overarching explanatory frameworks of modernist philosophy, instead, emphasizing the fragmentation and multiplicity of perspectives and local narratives. Critique of essentialism. Postmodern theory questioned the notion of fixed, stable identities and essences, highlighting the fluid performative nature of the self and the social construction of categories like gender, race, and sexuality. Language and power. Postmodernists explored how language and discourse shape and reflect power dynamics, undermining the assumed neutrality of philosophical concepts and methods. The role of philosophy in addressing contemporary global challenges. Sustainability. Philosophers explore the ethical and practical frameworks needed to create a more sustainable future, addressing issues like climate change, resource depletion, and environmental preservation. Social justice. Philosophical analysis can uncover systematic inequalities and injustice, informing efforts to build more equitable and inclusive societies that protect the rights and dignity of all people. Technological ethics. As new technologies emerge, philosophers grapple with the moral and existential questions they raise, from the ethics of artificial intelligence to the implications of transhumanism. Global cooperation. Philosophical frameworks can foster cross cultural understanding and inform the development of international institutions and policies needed to address transnational challenges. Applying philosophical principles to real world scenarios. Number one is identify the issue. Analyze the problem or situation through a philosophical lens, considering the underlying ethical, conceptual, or metaphysical questions at play. Number two is examine perspectives. Explore different philosophical frameworks and theories that may offer insights or guide your approach, such as utilitarianism, deontology, virtue, ethics, or existentialism. Number three is reason through implications. Carefully consider the potential consequences and broader societal impacts of the decisions or actions being contemplated, drawing on philosophical principles. Number four is propose solutions. Develop well reasoned, ethically grounded solutions that balance competing interests and values. guided by the depth of philosophical understanding. So philosophy's influence endure as it continues to shape our understanding of the world, challenge our assumptions, and guide us in navigating complex ethical dilemma. Its timeless wisdom and rigorous inquiry remain essential to personal growth, societal progress, and the advancement of human knowledge. I hope this video will open a new window of thinking in your mind and will help you to explore the journey of philosophy. Thank you so much for watching this video. Keep watching Learning Tube for more informative videos.